It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. We got a video about Antonio Talks. These folks are getting bold. Now let's get into this video, and this is your bro talking about. Come on.
So Black History Month is coming to an end, and I just want to say this. This has been one hell of a month. Like I said, man, in 2025 and 2026, we are seeing such a rise of normalized racism. I finally got my hands on the Malcolm X autobiography. I'm currently halfway through the book, but so many situations that he's talking about and he's bringing up are valid in 2026. Mind you, he's going through these things in the 1940s, the 50s, the 60s, and it still has relevance in 2026. Like, for example, I see this a lot with the raccoons. You know, that's why I call out these anti-black people so much. He stated how a lot of the black people, they'll get good jobs and then they'll just try to assimilate, and they think that white people view them the same way. This is still valid in 2026. Obviously, it's not all white people, but it is a good bit where we can talk about it. Recently, a white woman had these words.
Even then, and that's why I be watching those videos from like the 50s and 60s, because I want to see the parallels from today, from back then, you know? And like he said, even if the majority, say there is white people out there who's like, yo, you don't gotta assimilate, be you, like no one tripping off that no more. You know, even though it's people out there like that, but there's still gonna be black people or minorities who had that shit in their brain that they had to assimilate to some type of imaginary standard that no one even lives up to, but they're supposed to live up to, right? The people that they're trying to fit in with don't even fit the standard that they want you to fit into. So really just be you, because that's the person that got the job. The person that got the job, the person that got into school, the person that was able to purchase the house. You was being yourself. That's how you got to your position.
To say about black people when she thought her mic was muted.
Like they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school. I mean, apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like, if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman.
Yeah.
What you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You gotta stop.
Train a black person good enough and they'll use the back. Whoo, I'm telling you, man. Some of these people, you know, they try to act like, oh man, that's crazy. That's some crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie, man.
So they blurred her face in the Zoom call, but this is the woman that made those remarks. Allison Friedman. Like I said, bro, I appreciate bold racism. It's better to know that you don't like me. You know, I don't like this hidden dog whistle type of racism. Like, say that shit with your chest. First off, I want to point out, she's talking about somebody too dumb. You the dumb one, you forgot to mute your mic. But she was saying, if you train them long enough, they'll begin to go to the back or something like that, right? But this is just symbolic of what I see in society nowadays. We got all these black people giving out N-word passes. We got black people saying, I'm black and I didn't find it offensive. We got all these
nerd-ass
niggas. It's not that deep.
Fucking nerds. I'm black and I don't mind that they said the N-word. Other people do mind, so now what? What do you gain by saying I'm black, I don't mind? Like, really ask yourself that. If you one of those people, ask yourself that. Like, what do you gain? Like, come on, bro. Even if you do feel like that, you should keep it to yourself, because that sounds embarrassing.
Constantly training you to take disrespect and take racism. And just like Malcolm X stated, a lot of these people will never, you know, see us in the same light as them. They'll always look down on us.
The video of that white professor talking about black people is exactly how white people are when there aren't people of color around. If you haven't seen it, this white woman could be heard in the middle of a Zoom meeting interrupting because her mic was not muted. She said things like, these kids are too dumb to know that they're in a bad school, or that's how it is with black people. You teach them to sit at the back of the bus. Eventually, I guess they fall in line. Basically saying that if you can break down black people's confidence enough, they won't even try to fight back. While she has since
days back to slavery times, butt breaking, all that type of stuff. They gonna do crazy shit to try to break your spirit. They break your spirit good enough, they won't have to touch you at that at all. That's why we having so many raccoons out here. You know what I'm saying? They don't fell for the propaganda. They have let their self-esteem, their racial self-esteem get beat down so much that they don't even fight back. They start believing the shit. Even if every person they encounter that's black or whatever, they have a good encounter with, they still gonna think, I gotta watch out for these niggas. I gotta keep my eyes open. Not even knowing that 99% of the time you having good experiences, but you focus on that 1%. But you see, that's how white supremacy works. They have you focusing on the 1%, the 10% of all the bad shit going on. They hype it up to make it seem like that's the reason why you're failing at life. Thus, you start putting all your anger towards that, and now look at you. You worry about the wrong shit. You're not worried about the CEOs and the billionaires that's really controlling the stuff. You focus on someone that live right across the street from you. That'll probably dap you up and tell you what's up if you took time to talk to him. But you know how it go, man. They've been doing this shit for 400 years, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know if y'all watched the remake of the show Bel Air. That is embodied perfectly in that show. Carlton, the character in that show, he's around all of these white people. He's assimilated. So it's a scene where in the locker room, Carlton's around all his white friends and they're listening to Bobby Shmurda, right? And the white dudes are all saying the N-word. Will busts in like, what the fuck? What y'all on, right? He's mad, like rightfully so. Carlton is just like, bro, chill, it's not that deep. Something that we see in today's society. But I also look at it in the other lens as well. Carlton was one of the only black people in that school. When he first joined, he probably was fighting all day, telling people to stop. But over time, you get tired of fighting. We've been talking about it forever. Hey. Shit just still, you know? But you have to keep, you know what I'm saying? You got to continue to buck at it. No matter what.
Out saying, oh, I was actually trying to explain systemic racism to my child.
You're not lying, bro. You got to keep on fighting. That's what I'm saying. Imagine if our ancestors from the 50s, 60s, 70s just stopped fighting and said, fuck it. Imagine the majority of them got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Got comfy in the situation they were in. Man, what? You know where we would be at right now? So, nah, bro. Look, bro, if the opportunity comes, check that shit. Check it. Matter of fact, and this is something I'm going to practice myself. I'm going to practice, not calling white people nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to practice that myself, because that's reserved for my black folk. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to work on that. It's going to take some practice. But we going to get there, though. Because I don't want people thinking that it's that type of party. You know? Because you're not invited, bro.
Nah. I know for a fact that this is not true. And the reason is, like I said at the start of the video, this is how white people talk about black people or brown people when it's just white people, when they're in the comfort of their own homes. I have literally heard it. It is a very consistent pattern among white people. Also, if you were explaining systemic racism to your child, you would not use it that way. You would not explain it in those terms. You would focus on an empathetic approach about how society tries to break down black individuals. But the way she said it was definitely not that way. Let me know what you think, and you should go watch the video yourself.
And I want to show love to this young lady. She uses her platform as a perfect example to call out racism and to call out the things that she see in her, own life. And whether you realize it or not, man, a lot of white people, y'all do have a privilege. More people will listen to y'all talk about things than they will listen to it from us. Society worldwide has always taught that white is good, black is bad. So if they hear something coming from, a white brother, they're going to hear you out more. So if you are white and you do want to make a change, bruh, speak out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Do your research, talk out about it. You might make some of your friends mad, but fuck them niggas.
A fan yells a slur as a black student takes a free throw at a high school basketball game. Take a listen.
See if the referee talking to him got in his head. Lefty shoots, and he bricks.
Who called him that?
That's sad, bro. Like, it's really dumb.
Yeah, wow.
Like I said, I have tough skin. I have really tough skin because, like I said, I've been dealing with this shit since I was 10, 11 playing the game. So I kind of got numb to the N-word. I've always had my rebuttals, though. I always would get on a nigga if they called me that shit. But as a non-black person, you don't understand how demoralizing it is. Like, there's a stigma that words, don't break you. But it do to some people.
Fact.
Okay? Like, it does.
This was Goodrich versus Kearsley in Michigan. I think I'm saying that in high school right, but it happened a couple of days ago in Michigan.
Because when I used to play the game when I was younger, Modern Warfare and shit like that, they definitely used to say some crazy stuff in there. But it was never just oh, I'm sorry, my bad for being, man, what? Man, shut up, watch your mouth, nigga, your mama, nigga, you's a bitch, all type of stuff. We ain't going out like that. But nowadays, it's like, hey, man, I tell my nieces and nephews, don't let no one disrespect your blackness, bro. Straight up. Don't let no one disrespect you like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean you gotta slap them upside the head, but make it known and make it clear that, yo, show some respect. You feel me? You a different race than me. I'm going to show respect to your race, your ethnicity. You do the same. Because I don't just go around outside repurposing other people's slurs. You know what I'm saying? That they may use amongst their people. That they may use amongst their little group. I'm not doing all that, bro. So don't do it for me. Okay? Thank you.
Person who yelled the slur has been identified as a Goodrich student. Now, kudos to officials that were there, school officials from both sides. They immediately paused the game. They cleared the student section because the person who yelled it would not come forward. So they cleared the student section and was able to identify the student who yelled this during the game. Now, school officials say that that person, that student, has been disciplined, but they
what do they mean by discipline, though?
On the extent of that punishment.
Yeah. So another situation we're going to talk about is this whole subway queen incident.
She was on the subway when an altercation sparked between her and a few black women. Apparently, the black women were defending some guy that she was sitting next to.
Hey, you know why, bro? Why bro just saying like this? Like, man, I don't know. Let me see what happened. Let me see what happened before I start jumping to conclusions. But come on.
Move where she buzzed her. I don't know the exact details, and it seems like no one does. The black woman yelling at her, calling her a lot of names. And when the woman leaves the subway station and the doors are about to close on her, and the black women are still yelling insults to her, she says the N-word hard R and then leaves as the doors close. Now this sparked a whole
I seen that video. I seen that video.
She was valid for saying the N-word since the black women were yelling at her and calling her names.
So after the incident, the girl ended up getting on camera and doing.
As a black woman, you had every right to call those hood rats that word. Hell to the subway queen. You ate. They started pounding the doors open. Hell to the subway queen. You see, let this be another. There's going to always be raccoons. Okay? Let's just make that known now. Okay? It's a pipe dream for all of us to think that every black person is going to come together and fight white supremacy. Some niggas benefit too much from it. Some people just love being a part of that. You know, they're cooked already, okay? But it shows you that there's always going to be people out there that's willing to uphold, you know, racism and people calling black people slurs and stuff like that, man. We seen it with the BAFTA shit. Motherfuckers in the comments talking about he shouldn't have to apologize at all. Nigga, please. You telling me that he shouldn't apologize? That lets me know how you think about racism, how you think about racism towards black people, where you place that. So it just shows me your character. So when you talk about something as a black woman, as a black person, as a black man, it's like, bro, you just sound like a loser. You sound corny. You sound like a house nigga. Come on.
Videos. Look at these comments. As a black woman, you had every right to call those hood rats that word. Hail to the subway queen. Whole time they're gonna click on this page and it's not even a. This is not a black woman. This is not a black woman. This is not. Yeah, they be lying. They be lying. And this is the thing, y'all. I love a friendly roast session. Okay, it's nothing wrong with that. But what you realize that a lot of these white people, they don't know how to roast without being racist. Insults are roasting to them when it's like, come on, bro, that's lazy. And y'all, crazy thing is, man, look at this. She had a black boyfriend, or she was, you know, bouncing on Black Diggy Lane. And we see this all the time. We'll see white women try to use the excuse of, oh, I talk to black dudes for them not being racist when it don't mean shit. Just because you talk to a black person don't mean you're not racist. But yeah, man, that's crazy. And as a whole, I am so proud of the way that black people handled the BAFTA situation. I want to state this, bro. We all understand that the man has Tourette's. He has a disability. But with that being the case, he should have apologized immediately. No matter if he did it on accident or not, he hurt people. I remember this one time I was pushing this cart in the store and I had my twins with me. And I still feel bad about doing this to this day, right? But I'm pushing the cart. My sons, they doing all type of dumb stuff, touching on everything. Boom, I hit a lady in the back of her heels. Oh my, y'all know how that shit hurt.
That shit, that shit hurt like crazy. That shit hurt. That's some, damn. That's some, goddamn, nigga. That's gonna have you like, ooh, you gonna feel a chill up your spine. You get hit in the back of the ankle. I mean, the back of your Achilles heel. Shit.
It was an older white woman. When I tell you I felt so bad, I immediately, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I was like, bro, like I hit her hard. I was like, ma'am, do you need anything? Do you need me to carry your groceries to the car? Like, I apologize. I felt so bad. She was like, no, and told me that she understood, right? And I just went on about my day. And just like I say, looking back, I still feel horrible about that situation. I brought that example up to say this. Even though I didn't mean to hit that lady with my cart, I still apologized and took full-on responsibility. And what you got to understand is y'all have to stop telling black people how to feel.
Facts. But you see, Antonio, they're probably going to say something like, that's different because you're not apologizing. You hitting her with the cart isn't a disability or something along those lines, right? Which is true. But the point is, don't tell me how I should feel about someone disrespecting me my culture, my people. Don't tell me like what? I'm not finna tell no Hispanic where they should feel bad about someone disrespecting their culture. I'm not finna tell Chinese, Asian, Korean. I'm not finna tell no other race, ethnicity how they should feel if they feel like someone's disrespecting their culture. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. Don't tell me, talking about something. He don't gotta apologize, or I sound just like the racist people making me apologize for being black. I said, oh nah. I said that's what we doing. I said you sound like one of those racist people. Now you don't see the irony in that? That's crazy, man. And the thing is, if apologizing is that hard for you, like you really gotta dig deep to apologize for saying a slur, even on accident. I don't even want the apology. I'm just assume you're racist. Fuck it. Fuck it. You can't do an apology. I'm gonna assume you're racist. You're a grown ass man. You don't gotta apologize if you don't want to. But just because, hey man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It shows you, man. It shows you. A lot of these people think that they stand for something, but when it gets pressure tested and they gotta choose between some shit, they always gonna choose the opposite of black people, bro. Always. Because it's easier. It's easier to do that. You're gonna have more people agreeing with you because that's how society is. So it is what it is. That's why I say, fuck it. I'm standing for it. I'm not taking no disrespect. I'm not giving out no passes. Okay? We're not playing with niggas no more.
About taking disrespect. We are the most disrespected group of people in the entire world. And I'm gonna give you some more information. At those BAFTA awards, they cut out Free Palestine and they cut out homophobic slurs. But they left in the N-word because they don't fucking respect us. And that shit has to end.
I love how black people coming behind this situation. A lot of us are no longer tolerating disrespect.
No homo. Like I said, bro, I am very comfortable with my sexuality. This young man is very handsome. Probably one of the most handsome men that I've ever came across.
Ever?
I'm gonna let him finish talking though.
The abuse and the excuses that come behind this shit. What you will notice is that black people always have to be the bigger person. We always have to be understanding. We always gotta have nuance to things.
Right.
No, fuck that. And I promise you, bro, we have to keep applying this pressure to every situation. When them folks disrespected,
bro, I want to keep on positive like talking, but it's like, come on, even from slavery times, bro. They always want us to see the side of the oppressors. Well, you know, that's how the economy was, man. We needed y'all. We needed to beat the shit out of y'all. We needed to take y'all children. We needed to enslave y'all for the economy, bro. Don't you understand how economics work, dumbass? Oh, man. Oh, man. It's like once you really you get awakened, you really realize you was gaslit your whole life. I feel like I've been gaslit my whole life on America, on racial politics, on racial tension in society, and that I'm finally understanding. I'm finally seeing it for what it is. That's why it's like I'm not shocked because you kind of understand it as you growing up, but it's like the internet has helped me also understand it even more from seeing it from different places, different people, different situations, so.
Jews, man, they get, you know what I'm saying? Business gets handled. That's how we have to be the same way, bro. Like, people have to stop disrespecting us, dog.
He's speaking facts, but I want to talk about a specific comment I came across, man. Look, y'all, this Sergio dude, he commented on the video and he put basically he's trying to be racist. This is Sergio, y'all, a Mexican with F ICE in his bio. Someone said, you're doing all of this while saying F ICE is crazy. So you being racist to one group while trying to fight racism from another group is the most idiotic thing I've seen. And then they dropped a picture of this, which is facts. That's the end of this video, though, man.
That nigga confused.
All my black people, it's always that deep. Stop taking disrespect any form. Don't let these people make jokes around you. Don't let them think you one of the good ones. And stand on business, because every other group does it. No more talking about y'all want to see something.
Got to stand on business, bro. Because the ones that's blatantly saying it out in public, they're not really willing to stand on it and die behind it, bro. Nigga, are you willing to fight to the death to defend your racism, bro? I'm asking you, if you racist, you want to fight to the death for that? Because some people they want to fight to the death to defend their name, to defend their race. You know what I'm saying? That's how it really get. So if you're not willing to take it there, I suggest you watch your mouth, man. They're going to keep on trying to get bolder. They're going to keep on trying to have us feel like we're less than them. But times are changing, at least gradually. Gradually, more information is out there. More YouTube channels are out there. We're going to get some shit right. We're going to change some shit around because all that docile, weak mindset, nah, not around me, bro. I'm not going to lie. So that's why I got to say, shout out Antonio for the video. Did your thing. I'm gone. Peace.